above you because I'm white and you're black. He looks at it as I'm above you because I'm Donald Trump and you're not.
That's
Yeah,
exactly.
that's touche.
Yeah, he's not. I don't believe he's a racist. He's just a sociopath. He does not see people. They don't exist for him.
Well, at a rally in Alabama, Donald Trump made the comment, wouldn't you like to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a bleep off the field now? Out. He's fired. Donald Trump called for NFL owners to fire NFL players that kneel for the Pledge of Allegiance, not the Pledge of Allegiance, the national anthem. And there we are. And now it's become, it turned from Colin Kaepernick taking a knee due to police brutality to NFL owners being upset and protesting because they don't want to be told what to do by the president. That's what the protests have turned into. They've lost their way already. He didn't mention Kaepernick's name, but everybody knew exactly who he was talking about. He was talking about Colin Kaepernick when he made the son of a bleep comment. Anybody?
Anybody about what?
What are your thoughts about it?
I think I think it's ridiculous and it's crazy. But I really do appreciate the way that the solidarity of the players come together, and they take the knee if they want to take the knee in protest of what they. Here's what I really believe. I ain't even gonna be nice. It started out. It started out with Kaepernick against police and shooting black people.
Yep.
Now it ended up with a rally cry against Donald Trump. When are black people gonna finally realize that they only using the word racism and stuff for entertainment? That's the only thing that media is doing with the word racism. What does Donald Trump have to do? And how does this overshine the thing about the police shooting black people? That was the original intent of taking the knee. And now it's not even heard about. They went all the way over, Donald Trump's a racist. What does that mean? You know, that doesn't mean anything. It's like, put the agenda where it should be. We have this schizophrenic type of way of approaching our civil liberties and all our protesting things that really just, it's defeatist. It takes away from everything that you want.
And that's what happens to black people all the time in this country. Every time we take a stand for something, we say Black Lives Matter, we take a stand for equal rights, then all of a sudden that equal rights turns to LGBTQIA rights. And then all of a sudden we've been hijacked by that. We want to talk about rights for equality for everybody, then all of a sudden the women's movement comes and then they talk about women's equality, which is nothing wrong if you want to be treated equally, but I mean, can we finally stick with and address the black problem in the country? Because that's the only one that doesn't get, everything else gets addressed. Right. LGBTQ, they had the White House in their color, they had everything. They had everything they were able to vote and use whatever bathroom they see fit now. Can we get something? Now they done took away the kneeling for Kaepernick. Now they done took that, and now it's for anti-Donald Trump.
Yeah, for freedom of speech.
Yep.
First Amendment.
Right. Oh, well, I can talk about freedom of speech. I've been, persecuted for my freedom of speech, which is okay. It's all right. We all have to do a hard thing sometimes. I did it, and I'll keep doing it. I'll never stop. But beyond that, I think the picture of the owners and the players arms in arms, I thought that was a beautiful thing. I thought it was powerful, and this shows the power of love. And I do think that there is a problem with black people in America, and I think it takes every shade to cure it and heal it. Black people can't do it by themselves, and
sure we can.
No, I don't even think it should be done by itself. I think that Malcolm X learned that toward the end of his days, when he realized he shouldn't have turned away that Caucasian woman that was trying to help. He said, "We don't need your help," and he realized that yes, we do all need to be one and together to move forward. So, but yeah, there kind of is still a black issue that needs to be addressed, and I think together we will eventually get past it. I hope we do.
Never happened. As Stupid Joe say it never happened. Never happened.
think I'm gonna agree with Triple Joe on this. That ain't gonna never happen. Never and never know is it gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
We're never gonna work together?
No.
Okay.
Why? What? Then we would have no entertainment.
There you go.
Then life would be boring if we all working together. We need something to talk about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So why not talk about
Trying to
them?
usurp football.
Us.
I thought it was disgusting to see the owners arm in arm with the black players, because the black people have been hoodwinked again. It's like the owners, what caused them to have such a big, huge change of heart? They don't care about police brutality. They don't care about none of the reasons why Kaepernick was kneeling. They weren't caring about kneeling then. They were, a matter of fact, as of last week, the week before, blackballing Kaepernick for taking a knee. Now all of a sudden they're, let's go take a knee and hold arms with everybody.
Like I live under a rock. I don't really like watch sports or entertainment. I don't really like entertain with my own little life. So can y'all like break it down to someone who don't really know what's going on? Like what? So somebody will take a knee. The president said, "What? So talk to me, man. Talk to me."
So the president, so let me start with Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick was a quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
Out of nowhere, he started during the national anthem. You know when it plays, everybody stands up, put your hand on your heart.
Gotcha.
He started taking a knee.
Alright.
They started asking him, why is he taking a knee? He said it was because of police brutality and injustices that's going on in this country.
Gotcha.
And it was his way of protest.
Alright.
So the NFL owners, of course, America, especially white America, was unhappy with him. You stand for the flag. People died for the flag. You stand for the flag.
See. So while
Right.
the play's going on, he taking the knee.
Yes.
That's my dog. All right.
So they're counting that as a disrespect to the flag. So after the NFL owners apparently felt that way as well, because after he got released from the San Francisco 49ers, even though he's better than a lot of the quarterbacks in the NFL, no team would pick him up. So he was essentially blackballed from the NFL. So more players started taking a knee, and more players started, it started raising the debate about standing up for your rights.
Alright.
So Donald Trump comes out and he says at a rally in Alabama that the NFL owner should fire every son of a bee who does not stand for the singing the national anthem.
He called it mama a B word.
He did. He called their mama a B word.
He called their mama a B word.
He said, on my mama, he called their mama the B word.
For these 220 some 300-pound running 4-5, he called them
Called him, if you kneel, you are a son of a bee.
Oh man, all right, come on, I'm listening.
And the NFL owners took offense to Donald Trump telling them what to do. So they decided to get in on, now all of a sudden it's patriotic to take a knee or kneel.
And that's the president of the United States. That's like the highest seat in the land, and you really don't need to be telling the NFL what to do on that level. And also, there are people in the government who are saying, take the politics off the field, but you have to realize these are the people that are most influential. These football players, these basketball players, these actors, these are the most, who else is going to do it for it to be seen by the world other than them? So if you're not going to do it, they have to do it. And so you cannot take the politics off the field. The politics are right there on the field. Mnuchin.
No.
Hold up.
No.
Hold up.
Don't be putting politics
So-
on the field.
Radio.
I don't understand. I don't understand why like if you get down to the stats of everything, all the stars pretty much are like black, right? I mean, you got from the LeBrons to the like all the stars.
What do you mean, like
Most of the he's trying to say, I think, is that most of the sports figures are black.
Yeah. So why and they supposedly have all these millions, correct?
They got plenty of millions.
They supposedly. That's what the papers tell us.
Kaepernick has given $1 million to charity since he's taken that knee.
All right. Okay. So
He got plenty of millions.
why don't these African American athletes take their money and go on and form a league of their own? Right, and then have like they don't have this mental capacity to do this?
It ain't mental capacity.
They got the financial capacity.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that.
Why plead the fifth? This is the voice of the voiceless. You're supposed to be talking right now.
You just have to watch
We got Oprahs. We got.
Exactly.
We got money now. So why are we still trying to? Why we ain't cut the umbilical cord yet?
Look at it. The reality is, we don't have the numbers to have our own league.
The numbers.
There ain't enough blacks out there watching enough sports like that to have.
It ain't enough blacks watching it because they all playing it.
They all playing
it.
They play it, but they ain't watching it. They ain't sponsoring it. They don't buy a lot of the products that are sponsoring these things. That's definitely been a science that reached into the audience of white America to make the NFL
all these superstars in this entertainment world, and these brothers and sisters haven't their brain capacity haven't surpassed that 10% to say, hey, we can have our own, so we can kneel, we don't even have to have a flag, but we don't even have to have a pledge of allegiance before these games.
This is why what you said. It ain't all these things aren't going to work because blacks don't come together. Because we're thinking in one kind of plane is how we're thinking. All these black millionaires from sports and stuff like that, they've invested in other things.
Right.
In the communities, they've invested in a whole lot of other things. They don't need to put together a black football league. They don't need to do that. They're taking their money and they're investing their money in many other things. Like I said, Kaepernick's already given away $1 million.
You want to know why they won't put together one?
Why?
For the same exact reason. When you said why not, Amala said, who wants to do that?
Yeah.
We don't agree on there's not enough black people that are on the same page about anything. That's just because there's a lot of black people who live in nice neighborhoods that the police wave at them when they drive by. So when you start talking about police brutality, they're like, what are you talking about? The police Officer O'Malley's nice
around here.
Yeah,
that would never happen.
Are you crazy? Yeah. So
I'm appalled.
Right.
Paul what?
Flabbergasted.
I'm a Paul Bunyan.
Flabbergasted that you want me to take a knee against Officer O'Malley?
Bamboozled. I'm sorry. Look.
Well, we can't also ridicule people like that either, because sometimes they don't understand. Some people in certain places have never seen a white person before, never seen a black person before, have never traveled out, and so they don't understand the other side or the other cultures, and they need to understand. So like I said, people need to work together and understand each other and bring the love in, because
if you're African American in this country, you should be aware.
Of course, you have to tell. Unfortunately, black parents have to tell their children, when they're young, they have to let their children know, because of the color of your skin is a little darker than that person's skin. This is what you're going to have to go through. At the same time, we need to work together. Like,
what these callers?
In Jamaica, there are a lot of white people in Jamaica. Hello, they are when you go and talk to them, they're like the same exact people. It's strange. But it's and they're Asians there, there's everything there, and it's they're no different. They talk the same, act the same. It's no separation.
Well, if you want to call in, if you have any questions or comments, you want to talk about it, 508-753-2284. Again, that number is 508-753-2284. Donald Trump says if NFL fans refuse to go to games until players stop disrespecting our country, you will see change take place fast. So this is the problem. This is the problem that the NFL has on their hands now, right? Because at the beginning of the season, a lot of black people and a lot of protesters said we are not going to watch the NFL due to protest, and the ratings are down a little bit. Now Donald Trump is saying for allowing the people to kneel, we shouldn't watch the NFL. So now nobody's going to watch the NFL.
Are you kidding me?
Yep, he's calling for a protest now too.
This man needs to focus on North Korea.
This man stepping on some toes, man.
We have an imminent threat. It's not a game. It is not funny. It is not funny.
Behind you.
Okay?
It is.
Oh, you didn't even let me know there. I like to hide out. But
I'm joking.
But really, it's not. We have an imminent threat from North Korea. It is not funny.
We have an imminent threat from him in the White House.
We have a lot of threats that we don't even know about, but this one is real, and he is not paying attention. You need to stay away from the NFL and go to the and focus on North Korea, okay?
Yeah,
In
man.
our lives. It's not funny.
I don't understand. See, we got these certain people who run around this world who causing chaos with everybody else, and now since I don't know, they've rubbed the wrong nest the wrong way. Now the Hornets want to come over here and sting us. It's like, hold on, we not the problems. Get them. You see what I'm saying? Like, extradite them back to the Caucasus Mountains. I don't know what, like, you know what I mean? like, you know what I mean? Like, we have no problems with y'all. It's them that got the problem. You know what I mean? Like, what the?
Hey, I think the biggest, one of the largest problems that the black African American has is a problem of own self-identity. He doesn't like himself enough to stay the course. How you going to be starting a protest that's about black being shot by police and end up with freedom of speech being usurped by the president? What's up with that? What happened to the blacks in the middle? And then the only reason that it comes back is say, well, yeah, Trump's a racist. But wasn't this whole protest started out about something that was dealing with racism, and then it just kind of floated into something crazy?
So you know what though?
That's just the way that you don't get anything done.
Because there's no end game.
There's no end game.
Trump's smart in his tactics though. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
By him kind of I guess
being divisive.
Yeah, because once you get like if here's one brother taking a knee, you know what I mean, during the Pledge of Allegiance. If you have 100 brothers taking a knee, and then you have what you got millions of people watching these brothers taking a knee. You know what I mean? So if you don't cut this at this first brother, we gonna have a national problem. There's a national threat.
Here's the problem. He cut it. He didn't even cut it. We cut it ourselves. The one brother taking the knee was about police brutality and death to black people.
Exactly. So
now we're down to, well, you know, this is all about freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
it ain't even about police brutality anymore.
It ain't about police
at
brutality.
All.
It ain't about black people. It's about freedom of speech is being usurped by the president. You know, and this is what he said. You can't take the knee.
They do it to us all the time.
And it's all, yeah, and we do it to ourselves, and it's like, why are you doing
whatever
that?
happened to like finding them? You know what I mean? Like, $25,000 for taking a knee. Like, whatever, we'll go broke taking a knee.
We don't have to whatever happened to stay in the course until you get something done. I think that.
So tell me something. Are they still taking knees? Are they still taking
knees?
Yeah,
more now than ever.
I think everybody.
That's what I'm talking about. Woo! I might watch a football game next Sunday.
It ain't about football. I think everybody should take a knee and put $1 in a bucket that says "End and Kill Racism." Everybody, all the black people, all the white people, everybody take a knee and put $1 in a bucket to kill racism and stay the course. Not let's take a knee. Easy, you go like this.
You can't kill racism, man. There's no cure for racism.
Yeah, there's no cure for racism if you start out saying, okay, I'm gonna drink. This is racism, and then the next thing you know, it was empty. Oh well, let's put some feminism in there. Let's put a little gay in there.
Hey.
Let's put a little bit of everything else. Let's put all these things in here.
No
this
cure.
is racism. What happened to racism?
There is no such thing as feminism. Feminism is just a woman believing in herself that she can do whatever she wants to do.
We're talking racism. I'm not talking feminism.
I'm
not talking feminism. I'm talking racism.
I know. When I heard that, you put it on the list. You didn't
No. This is what happened. Because I said feminism.
Did it get straight?
She said feminism.
I had to write.
Boom, all over there. That's what happened. If I say racism and it's a racist thing for people to have to not use the bathroom of their choice.
That's why
back in the day, blacks had and just like today, because I feel like a girl, so I should go with the girls.
I
You know,
plead for you.
That's true. That's
I plead
that's a
for
point.
you.
That's how they do.
And that's why I plead for you guys to watch that documentary, I Am Not Your Negro. Everything that you are saying right now, this man said articulately to the majority of white audiences who were applauding him on what he was saying.
Well, look at one thing.
Come back from
Let me just say, I wish you would hear what I'm saying. All you people out there, I wish you would hear what I'm saying. I'm not talking to white people. I'm talking to black people.
Oh, I got you. I hear that. I hear that.
Callers. We need some
That's
callers.
who I'm talking
Black people
to.
are the one with the problem.
We need
Yeah.
some callers, man. We need some callers.
We all said yes at the same time. That was
We can't stop. We gotta stop waiting for to be rescued or saved
Yeah,
by
we
other
wanna be
people.
rescued.
We gotta do it by ourselves. And the way that we start is we have to recognize that there's a universal problem, and that we have to come to an end game. We have to have a goal. We don't set any goals. All we do is hit the streets and yell Black Lives Matter, and then what? There's no what after that.
No, then we go off in a
Take action.
schizophrenic type of frenzy about everything else in the world. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
And then when it gets a little bit boring, we bring racism back.
Yep.
You know, and then we do it again, and again, and again, and again.
It's a scary thought when you have a racist president,
He ain't racist.
and you know that. Well, he has little regard for the human race, right?
Yeah, for the human
Right.
race. Yeah, he don't like everyone.
So you feel me? So you know what I mean? So, and then you have these statistics over here in America where 85% of the prison population is black.
There we go. Got to go to
Right.
prison.
So as soon as this martial law gets placed in effect, don't you think those prisons gonna turn into like gas chambers, bro? Like I remember when I was locked up. The first thing I said to myself going to enter into that prison, bro, this is a concentration camp. This ain't no prison. This is a concentration camp. I got to get out of here before these showers turn into gas chambers, bro. You know what I mean? So, like when you talk about racism here in America, you know what I mean, and people like choose to like ignore, like, oh, oh, you could do anything that you put your mind to, like, no, like when you looking at these numbers. Do you mean to tell me that 85% of black folks cannot follow these laws? Right? Are we the only ones who are breaking laws out here?
85% of black people don't go to jail.
85% of black people don't go to jail.
They don't go to jail.
Okay.
No, the majority of black people ain't never seen the inside of a jail.
Okay.
They're getting the same kind of information about a jail as everybody else is getting. They're getting secondhand information about a jail. They ain't never been in jail. I ain't been in jail. You been in jail?
I'm gonna tell you first hand.
No, you been in jail?
I'm gonna tell you first hand.
Okay, so
I'm gonna tell you first hand
75% of black people.
I'm gonna tell you first hand experience. First hand experience, right?
Yeah. See,
I was locked up in Tennessee. And old head put me on point. He was like, walk around and check out the Hispanic race. They give us these identification cards to wear on our uniforms, right? And your race is, my race would be black. You have my birthday, and you have my name with the picture, right? So he said, walk and check and see. Check out one of these Chicos and see the race on their identification card. So guess what? I walked out. The first Chico I see, yo, Pimo, Minaki, right? So Benny came up and said, let me check out your identification. Yo, on his race, it said white.
White.
His race said white. You want to know why his race said white? Well, he was clearly Hispanic. Because so that whatever audit that the federal government do to these facilities, these jails, the numbers would black versus white. Knowing that this Chico is about to get extradited, right? Knowing that Primo about to get extradited, you know what I'm saying? But yet on his identification card, his race is white. Now I've seen this with my own eyes.
Yeah, but I don't get to understand what that's all about, other than trying to make money. Because they were also
statistics. Excuse the statistics of it. Like when the federal government comes in and says, okay, well, why are there 100 black guys and there's only 3 white guys, right? Well, now you have 100 black guys and then you have 50 white guys because you have 47 Chicos with white. on there. You know what I mean? As their classification.
That makes sense of taking advantage of the system, and that's why getting rid of
no
private
damn.
jails.
Like, yo, I don't see none of these athletes.
You're manipulating.
Exactly. I don't see none of these rich athletes buying up prison systems in order to
Michael Jordan.
What for what though? I heard that, but like for what though? Like is it to protect these guys, or is it for capitalism? You know what I mean?
Capitalism. We just went through a whole
because you do have black white supremacists. We do have that around here. Y'all know that, right?
We just went through a system.
Yeah. Like,
I have to mentally take that in. Some of the things.
Black white supremacists, you don't know what black white supremacists is.
By the way, the statistic is 33% of black people see prison within their lifetime. 33% are not in prison at any given time, but 1 in 3 black men will go to prison in their lifetime.
Now, but the stats got to be higher for just jail, you know, because there's a buffer.
That's 33%.
There's a buffer between jail and prison. Y'all know that, right? There's called white judges, right? So when
that's why I said prison, like where you're actually doing time, like 30 days in jail.
Gotcha.
Not jail, not going to anybody can get arrested, and she's driving with a suspended light, anything you get arrested and go to jail for, but not everybody goes to prison. 33% of black men go to prison.
And then run the stats on just the prison in America. What, we have the highest rate of prison population in the world?
Yeah, but look at, if we got the
highest crime,
we got all that. We know all these statistics and everything. So obviously all this knowledge floating around, and we're not doing anything about it.
Nope.
Shame on
us. Fact.
That's fact. Right?
We got to do something about it. Yeah. We got to teach our kids better. We got to let our kids know that, listen, you're going to get a harsher sentence when you go before a judge. So the point is, don't go before the judge.
The point is, become the judge.
That's right.
The point is, become the judge. So if daddy ever come before you, you can point him daddy.
Facts.
The fuck wrong with you? I mean, sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Facts.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can someone call in? Can we hear somebody? Can someone?
We need some callers.
508-753-2284. The calling number is 508-753-2284. If you have any questions or comments.
Look, I'm still going to stand my ground. When when you know what the problem is, and you don't do anything really to address the problem,
it's your fault.
Hide behind somebody else is going to come and save me and everything. You definitely become the problem. All the rhetoric and all the stories and all the words like that is going to do absolutely nothing if you don't take the lead in taking care of the problem yourself. Anything other than that won't work. There is no white savior out there. I think he died a few thousand years ago on a cross in Jerusalem. Is the only white savior I know, and he wasn't white at the time. He
wasn't white at all, and I think the Catholic Church knows that.
But it ain't about that.
Thank you for your call.
What I'm talking about is,
knows that. If you go to
it ain't about. What I'm talking about is the black people standing up and taking responsibility for themselves and making the change, not waiting for anybody else to come around and make a change for them.
Well, one caller just called and said that he enjoyed the show, and that he said where he grew up in Worcester, there was no such thing as black and white, and if anybody used the N-word, they'd get in trouble.
Yeah.
So thank you for that call.
Thank you. I appreciate the power. It's called the power of love. Thank you so much. The power of love, it will always outweigh the hate. I promise you. And if we just get to know each other a little bit better, if we believe me, it's about cultures. It's about us blending, learning. Have you seen Sense8? That is like my nirvana. Sense8 is that front of Netflix is my nirvana. It's about a bunch of different cultures that are interconnected, and so they feel each other. They all feel what each other is feeling. They're all from all parts of the world. It is TV, but that is what needs to happen so we understand each other, and that there is none of that. All that hate needs to die.
That needs to happen down the line. First thing you're going to need to know, and I got to applaud Jordan for that, because Jordan knows this very truthfully and everything.
What's up?
Who you are. Jordan knows who he is. He ain't got no doubt in the world. There ain't nobody in the world who can't tell Jordan who he is, because he knows who he is.
Amen.
That's it, and that's where you start. If you can't identify who you are to yourself, how are you going to make any change? You don't know what you want. You'll be sitting around at Thanksgiving waiting for mince meat pie and eating apple because you didn't know that you like pumpkin. You know, it's like you got to know who you are before you can even think about who other people's cultures are and stuff like that.
We're always finding ourselves. There's no doubt about that. First, your parents tell you who you are. Then you grow up, and then you go through adulthood. Then you find out who you are and what, et cetera, et cetera. But, we're always, till the day we die, we're finding out who we are and what our purpose is in life. And we'll never stop learning. You should never stop learning. But we need to learn about other cultures. We need to, America needs to have a, mandatory, you do have to practice another language in high school, but I don't think I could pass the average American and say, could you say in 3 languages, hello, hi, and thank you, or how are you?
Hola, and what's up?
Okay, and
what's up?
I don't think so.
Konnichiwa, hola, and what's up?
But when they come here, we expect them. We get real irritated real fast when they can't speak English. But we can't say hello to them, and it's ignorance. So we need to get to know the world, and
we don't. All that means absolutely nothing. And the only thing you know about yourself is to say that I'm a victim, and some white person has to come and save me so that I can feel better.
Who said
about
white?
Everybody, it's said without being said.
Is saying that.
No, that's said without being said. You know yourself. Were you talking those cultures about white, or were you talking those cultures about Africa?
I'm talking about what you are being black
English.
and white. You are not seeing in gray right now.
No,
You're
what
seeing
was
in
you
black
talking?
and white. I'm talking about Indian, Asian. I'm
So
talking
which one
about
is going to come and
African,
save you?
everybody.
No.
You gotta come
All right.
together.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to take a quick bumper break, and we'll be right back in 2 and 2.
I'll see.
I see the numbers 3 and 7 one more time.
Red Hot Louisiana Band urging you to support community radio for sure. WCUW Worcester with a page of support to 508-753-2284. Do what you do.
About you. Ain't nobody like you.
No. Everybody loves me. They're banking on me.
This shit's crazy, man. Do y'all know that y'all can get an OUI without operating a vehicle, without being in the car, without keys being in the ignition?
And C.
I don't even know what that is,
Thursday
but
I know that.
Like a DUI?
Here.
I know you can do
I
that.
don't
You know why you can do that?
drink and
Unless
drive.
that car's in your driveway, you drove that car. If you got the car parked on the side of the road and you said I'm too drunk to drive, and you left the key, wasn't in the car,
Really, you'll still get in trouble?
because you drove the car.
Well, I've taken the car. Well, there has been a time where I did drink and it hit me, and I was what I was used to drinking, but maybe it wasn't watered down or something, and it hit me. And I was like, I can't drive. And so I sat in my car and I slept. I didn't sleep, but I sat there for hours until I was like sober minded. But would I have gotten in trouble if I had just by sitting in my car sobering up? Holy
That's
shimmy
right.
Cocoa Puffs.
If you want to sit in your car, you gotta be on the passenger side. I just got hit with that. It don't
Are you
work.
serious?
I swear to God.
You have to
This is
sit in the
why-
passenger side?
You
Well, I
can't.
usually
I
crawl.
thought.
I crawl into the back seat anyways, but yeah, I don't want people to see me sitting upright in my car, like just laying back there. So I would go into the back seat anyways, but I did not know that you could get in trouble for that.
My appellate lawyer just called me
Because the
yesterday.
law is driving under the influence.
The first Saturday
Somehow
of each
that
month
car did
from
not
4 to
fall out of
6
the
p.m.
sky
at
and land there with you
91.3
in it.
FM and online
had to
at
be driven to
www.org.
get it there, and that's driving under influence. You don't have to be drunk to be driving under the influence at the moment. You don't have to be pulled over.
You want to know how I know this system don't care about us, man? Because there's no law classes from like middle school, high school. Like there's nothing to prepare you for what you really about to get into.
That's right. It used to be called civics class. That's what we had with
Navarone Reggae Sound System. DJ.
They give us what is it?
Every Friday.
Economics.
9 to 11 p.m.
Touch on it.
I'm mad. I did the charity case to let somebody do my hair last night. I'm not playing. She was homeless and pregnant, and she messed me up, and I gave her too
all
much
across
money.
the world.
And then my mother let her sleep here. I'm like, mother, you brought danger into our house.
The selections.
Okay, I was like, not only did she do a chop job on my hair, but she let her sleep there. I don't know this lady.
All right,
The
we're
second
back.
time I met her, I'm like, I was ready to drive her to the train station. My mom's like, oh, you can stay here. and
We're back,
sleep.
WCUW 91.3 FM. The Fall Fun Drive is underway, people. We have a goal that we need to reach. I hope you guys realize that this is community radio, but we still need donations. It's not for this doesn't get run off of air. The money does not grow on trees. So we're looking for pledges. We're looking for 2 pledges each show. So if you can, please call in 508-753-2284. Again, that is 508-753-2284. Pledge to help keep Voice of the Voiceless and 91.3 FM WCUW going. So we're back.
I think 2 people that should call in right now and pledge, and we can talk about them after I say it, is City Councilor Connie Lukes and the Mayor Joe Petty going to be facing it off out there.
That's right.
I think they should call in and pledge.
Joe.
I would love to hear what you guys have to say, because I just got back to Massachusetts about what you guys have to say about these. I just got back I just moved back not too long ago, and I don't know these politicians out here.
Well,
you know?
Yeah.
The Worcester mayoral race is coming to incumbent Joseph Petty and Councilor at Large Connie Lukes, Constantina Lukes. Petty is in the midst of his 3rd term as mayor and his 10th 2-year term as city councilor. Lukes served as a mayor from 2007 to 2009 and is currently serving her 14th 2-year term as councilor. There was speculation that Councilor at Large Michael Gaffney would run for mayor, but he withdrew around 4:30 p.m. last week.
We got it caught.
So Michael Gaffney is no longer running for mayor, and I thought that Connie Lukes was about to retire anyway from running at all.
There was a rumor going around she was retiring from an illness or something like that. I don't know that much about Connie Lukes.
She's up there.
She is up there. I just know that she's part of the she's part of the city council that doesn't see half of the city. You know, her and the mayor, both of them, they really don't see what's going on underneath the balcony of City Hall. Actually, you know, it's right there. They don't have the pulse of the common man, which I call. They know about. She's a lawyer, and I don't know what he is. But together they're both just politicians, and they know about they're trying to bring in all kinds of nice little big industries into this. But the industry that they're bringing in is financial. You know, insurance and things like this, banking, theater. They're bringing in all these things that really they're not anything that the common man can really grab a hold of and use to make a future here in Worcester.
Well, Joe Petty and Ed Augustus is responsible for that just as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they're responsible right now for that. And they've done a lot of work to make this city move in that direction, and I applaud their work that they've done. I applaud the work that they've done to make it move in that direction.
You mean the efforts?
Wait, the effort.
You mean the efforts. There you go.
Effort, yeah. But what I don't applaud is the direction that it's going into.
The gentrification is horrible.
It is horrible.
Taxes are going up in the city for everybody.
Yeah,
but yet, Worcester okays an $838,000 tax deal for Alan Fletcher, new Kelly Square Marketplace. This millionaire is about to get an $838,000 tax break so he can build another building in Kelly Square. Do you know where Kelly Square is? The most busy intersection in Worcester. He's going to build an apartment high-rise there that's going to have a marketplace on the bottom floor. So he can have Albanian food and Ghanaian food and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, but they're only gonna have their family, right? But they're not gonna. That's not gonna create jobs for people who live here. They're gonna bring their family.
I'm asking for your opinion.
Got another latte or something.
A millionaire.
Latte.
If they make that much money, they should be able to fund and build it on their own. If taxes are going up for everybody, why are these millionaires being given tax breaks?
And then all they're going to do is push everybody in that community out.
Right, exactly.
That's all they're doing.
Not just that community, but that ain't going to still put a high rise there and all these businesses there. They're going to have to redo the whole way that the traffic flows.
Oh,
They don't have a choice. There ain't nobody going to go down there. It's too dangerous. So, in redoing all that, they're going to put something else over here because now you got the traffic going over there. Say, oh, we can put this over here because we got more business coming over this way.
Do you know how many people out here in Worcester asking for $1 every time you walk up to a convenience store?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, how does this high rise solve that problem?
It doesn't.
At all.
Right?
No.
What it's going to have is those same individuals asking for that dollar going to get hungry enough to start robbing for that dollar. Now this high rise,
they're going to move out of Worcester.
They're going to move out of Worcester.
Get kicked out. Yeah.
That's the effort of the plan that those people have
To kick everybody out.
Yes.
Pretty much.
So rich people can move in.
So the commonwealth can move in.
That is gentrification.
Not the common folk, just the wealth.
Commonwealth. Yeah, that's exactly their plan. And they're staying the course on their plan. We need to have a plan that's going to offset their plan.
Who is we though? Because we ain't with the commonwealth. We got common sense. We ain't got commonwealth. You feel me?
Well, that's the problem. The common sense has to get together and bring about a plan that's going to be giving the common man some place to breathe and some place to live. Other than that, he's going to be displaced because of their commonwealth plan that they have.
You know, in essence, it's illegal to be poor or broke.
No, it's immoral to be poor, broke is whatever.
Because you know if you can't pay that $150 if you can't pay that $150 public defender fee, oh, you going down, man.
Yeah,
you going down. And so that means that in essence,
he's a public defender. He works for free.
No, that's what it's supposed to be. But then they tax you $150. That's illegal. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't saying.
So, Alan Fletcher is a notable Canal District entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And he is going to build this place. His plan calls for a 70,000 square foot development with a marketplace on the first floor and apartment units over that. The market should be able to fit 30 to 40 food vendors. Yeah. You know how much it's going to cost to rent? How much rent is going to be to live in any of those apartments? $1,300 for one bedrooms. Yeah. That's about how much it's going to cost to live in one of them.
Studio won't even be a bedroom.
Nope, won't even be a full bedroom, full apartment.
They should burn it down. Soon as it go up, they should burn it down.
Oh my God.
What's up?
And and what the mayor and what the city council are doing is there's only one city council who spoke out against it, and only one city councilor who said, Michael Gaffney, he's the only one who said, why is it that we're allowing taxes to go up for everybody else in the city, but we're giving tax breaks to this entrepreneur who's going to build this stuff?
That's the problem. He asked the question you already know the answer to.
Yep.
It's like, get the plan together. And you're the city council, you got elected in there, all you city councilors, and stop asking the question that you already know the answer to, and stop bringing in the information so something can be done.
Mm-hmm.
Two questions, man. Two questions. So for the regular working commoner, right, the one with common sense.
Yep.
These taxes that's going on, right? Does that mean that, like, what that mean for the regular worker? Is the regular worker paying for that?
No, that means that the property values go up. Homeowners will have to pay more taxes, higher taxes, and homeowners who have apartments will raise rents.
Because around the area,
what happened in New York. It's ridiculous.
And in Boston.
So everybody who can't afford to pay that tax increase
and
will
can't
move
afford
out.
to pay that rent will be kicked out of Worcester.
That's what they call
gentrification. Yeah.
That's legal or illegal?
That's legal.
That's legal. That's just like a coercion to get you out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the way that it's designed is we're making the city better for everybody.
For everybody. For the commonwealth, not for the common folk.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's exactly how it's designed. And like I said, Augustus and Joe Petty, they're working it just the way that gentrification is supposed to work. The city's going to prosper, except there won't be any common people in it to benefit from it. There won't even be any Worcesterians in it for the benefit from them. A lot of these people that's coming in, the whole Japanese feminists coming in.
Yeah.
You know what I saw today, which I thought was really cool, but I saw about, I say 4 homeless people, not homeless people, I don't know if they're homeless or not, they're always down there at the Salvation Army place like that, on the yellow Chinese bikes. I thought that was a great move by these Chinese people. They brought in those for 400 bikes.
You know, people already taking those bikes, throwing them in dumpsters. They finding them just left on the streets. They're already ruining. Worcester can't have nice things.
Yeah, because
that's why we can't have nice things.
Well, I saw that these guys were using it for transportation like it should be used. And they were always there at the place. But then, because you can get it, all you need is the money.
Yeah.
Quick question. But do y'all think, like, this separation between the rich and the poor, the Commonwealth and the people with the common sense, do y'all think the Commonwealth are seriously doing this, like putting up these high rises and raising these taxes or what? Or do y'all think they're seriously doing this to, like, do they really feel like they're like bettering the community?
Yes.
They do. There's
Yes.
this false sense within them.
Is it a false sense?
I'm doing something altruistic, and this is a good thing.
So they don't know. So y'all feel like they don't know the harm they're doing to.
No. They
No.
don't see
Let me give you an
people.
example.
They're
Let me
like
give you an example.
Trump.
City Hall. City Hall used to be, when I was growing up, City Hall used to be a place where gangs used to hang out, where you'd hang out, try to talk to girls. You go to the mall, you go to the Galleria, you'd hang out, and no parking, so everybody would be on foot, and you do everything, and there was a lot of problems. Now they've cleaned that out, and now you see college kids walking their dogs. You see people walking their dogs. The neighborhood down there is nice, but do you know how expensive it is to get an apartment downtown around City Hall?
So that's what I wanted to do. I hope one day to, I'm not gonna say it exactly because I don't like to be ridiculed, but when I do have the funds, I hope to make affordable housing. There is a place in Jersey City. They made houses that are very beautiful and it's very affordable for people. So it's like having those high rises or those nice homes, and it's having those people that are lower income be exposed to that. Because when people are exposed to that, when they're exposed to instruments, when they're exposed to things that they don't see, that makes them better, and and it makes them advance in life. So I hope that, hey, those people, like you said, like the black community, if they can put in money for things like that, let those, what used to be called a project for betterment, and housing is one of those things. So
Well, that's the
nice housing.
That's the idea behind the old Worcester movement. It's like that. They're going to increase the whole theater district down there, and they're going to make it all lighted up and fashionable. They have a lot of good eateries all over the place.
Hanover Theater.
But yeah, the Hanover Theater. They already got neon lights up at the pavilion. Got all these things already have, but you can afford to go there and eat.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and you know what the problem is? The biggest problem. So what Amala was getting ready to say is the biggest problem. When the rich make it, when they become rich, they think it's easy enough for I did it. You should be able to do it too. And if you don't do it, then you get out. That's the dangers and the problems with gentrification.
Yes, absolutely. And people forget, because they're having so much fun, they forget about all the other people. But I've been on both sides of the spectrum, believe me. I've made a whole lot of money when I was young. I've been in the middle. I've been, in the struggles, and, I know how to come up, and I know that I have to do anything I need to do. And I don't even have children, and I know that I need to do anything I need to do to come up and make money and invest it properly, look at the resources, and just keep coming up and rising.
But not everybody can do it.
But
there's always going to be poor.
Speak to those people. There's always going to be poor people. There's always going to be lazy people. There's always going to be disabled people. There's always going to be uneducated people. But we need to help them, and that's what it is.
It ain't us helping them. They need to know who they are. That's what the problem is. You don't know who you are, and they legalize marijuana. You're gonna like marijuana because you just said, "This is what I like. This is good. Life is great." You haven't moved in 2 years, but I'm getting ready.
Look at the education system, though. When you talk about like not having the knowledge, like if you knew better, you would do better. You see what I'm saying? Like there's different content being taught at these dinner tables behind closed doors at home. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
like
the school system stinks.
So I really don't think these people who making these decisions like really understand like our struggles. You see what I'm saying? Like
No,
like,
not at all.
I don't think Joe Petty gonna take a walk down Main Street during his campaign.
Close.
You see, I don't think no city councilman gonna take a walk down Main Street. If they do, I vote. Nah, I vote straight up. If they take a walk, boy, I will, boy.
Even if they see it, it's different to see it and then living in it.
You feel me?
Even me. I'll drive by Main Street and I'll see people sleeping in the street on the sidewalk. It hurts me to see it. But then I go home to my house and I go home to my bed and then.
But what kind of security is that though? To see this in the street and then go home to the safety of your home with your kids, knowing that, man, there's people out here that, man, they hungry, they will run up in your house. There's no safety and security in that. Like, I feel safe knowing that my neighbor has milk and bread and meat and vegetables and your refrigerator. So as long as I know that my neighbor got that in theirs, they ain't trying to run up in mine. You see what I'm saying? That's what these common wealth people ain't really understanding.
And what I would every community, the good to learn something from the Jewish community. I am a Jew.
Keep it kosher.
Being one. No, I'm talking about the love and if you don't have, they will always give. But it's a full cycle. Those who have give back. It's full circle. I mean, full circle.
People don't know that or want to do. I was raised in a
I don't care where you are. Just learn from their system of love and unity. And the black community will be, if they can learn from that system of love and unity and supporting each other and being full circle, giving back, feeding the home, because a lot of people, I hate to say it, but a lot of black celebrities, they make it and get rich and they don't care about anybody else. They just go buy their Bentleys, buy their this, buy their chains, and they don't care, give back, and stop hating on each other and just really build each other up and learn from that community. And I'm not talking about religion, I'm just talking that we separate.
Utopia. Hobbes' utopia.
Isn't the whole game to come up and then move out the hood?
The whole game is
like that's
that's
pretty much what's taught, right?
Here's the real game is: know yourself enough to know what makes you happy. If making you happy is doing radio shows, become the best radio show host that you can be. If making you happy is digging ditches, you feel good digging this ditch because I'm digging this ditch because they're going to put a big building that's going to benefit everybody in there. Then be the best big hole digger you can be. Whatever makes you happy, know what makes you happy, and then be that happy person. And then you'll aspire in life to things you didn't even know you could do. But if you keep on staying in a world of victimization, all that's going to be surrounding you is victimization. All you're going to see, everybody else is having the glimmering, nice, glittering thing, and you're not having anything.
Shouldn't focus
but then
on
you're going
that.
to feel, huh?
Don't focus on that.
Well, that's what they do. It's easy to say don't focus on that, but they're focusing on that. People sit around and talk about, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we need to do this, we ought to do that, and then don't do anything.
There was an interview. Well, we got 2 minutes.
Yeah, we got a minute and 20 seconds left.
Because they don't know who they are.
I am about it, and I do take action, and I will always take action, and I will never just talk about it. And
I'm about to run for mayor. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I'm running for mayor. Straight up. Y'all gonna see me walking down Main Street campaigning. Straight up, vote for me, everybody.
Then you should.
What's up? You vote for me? What's the catch? What's the catch?
If you vote for him, it'll be legal across every part.
That's what I'm talking about.
If you really want to vote, if you really want to,
I'm gonna come up with something.
Want to run for mayor? Run for mayor. If you really want to send a message out to somebody, send a message out. If you really want to take a knee, take it. We don't put our skin in anything. We talk a lot. We got a lot of arts and we try to act like we're really knowledgeable about another thing. I'm guilty of that. And we talk, well, we don't do anything. I suggest everybody, we get together, find out a good date for everybody to take a knee and put $1 in a bucket.
Or pick up some litter.
Pick up some litter. What that got to do with it?
It's called Action. Clean up your neighborhood. And the
It's
neighborhood.
called
If the neighborhood is
That's what Michael Gaffney's doing. That's what Gaffney and Corinne Gaffney is doing.
Enjoy.
I'm a guest on this show. This is those guy shows. I'm just a guest. So when I'm here, I'm happy to talk to everybody. And I hope you guys call in and keep listening and tell your friends to listen in, because these guys always have something good to say and for you to learn. And when I'm here, I'm happy for you to listen. Thank you.
I'm Super Joe, and I want to shout out. I definitely want to shout out a quick shout out to all special ops, especially the special ops who really understand the meaning of a sua sponte, which means of his own accord, for my boy who came out of the locker room on his own accord. He wasn't disrespecting anybody. He was doing that which he did. Because he's a Ranger. You know, that's what Rangers do.
And I say, Adam to Adam Villanueva, you should have told your team what you were going to do instead of being a coward and just sneaking out there by yourself for the Pledge of Allegiance. You let your team know that that's what you're going to do, and don't be scared. You're a Ranger. You've seen combat. You've seen war. Yeah, you say hoo-ah. You all that stuff. You should tell your team, look, I'm going to do it.
Hoo-ah. And this is a hoo-ah free zone.
Well, shout out to everybody in the NFL, y'all my Negroes for life. NFL, everybody who taking a knee, whether you black, white, pink, purple, whatever, y'all my Negroes for life. NFL, baby.
He doesn't even watch, but okay.
We done?
This is crazy.
We are done. This has been Voice of the Voiceless, WCUW 91.3 FM, every Tuesday from 12 to 1 p.m. This is your boy Truth that I'll holler.
Take a knee.
You
Put
got
a dollar in the bucket.
got
Take
it.
a knee. Put a
This is
dollar in the bucket.
WCUW Worcester,
Take a
91.3
knee.
FM, community radio,
Yo,
serving Central Massachusetts,
for powerless,
and
man.
streaming online at WCUW.org.